Hey, welcome in everybody to this very special episode that actually came as a request, and so excited to have on the show returning Bethany, who was on our last episode with Mannequin. So awesome to have Bethany
Woo.
Wells back, and she's brought her lovely daughter Ruby, who actually requested this episode. It was released in the 80s. It was not released in theaters, but it was released on home video in 1989, and it's called We Sing in Sillyville, from a collection of straight to video kids videos of like just, fun songs that we all learned as kids. A lot of melodies of other songs that they made new
Mhm.
songs out of that I did catch on there. But welcome both of you, and Ruby, tell me why you wanted to cover this gem of a movie on the 80s Flick Flashback podcast.
Well, I've been trying to find an 80s movie that I have seen that you've not put already done an episode on. And when I found out this movie was an 80s movie, I was just like,
Mhm.
"Mama, we gotta do it on the podcast."
Well, I'm
But
honored that no, first of all, I'm honored that you wanted to find a movie, an 80s movie, of as a kid of your generation to appreciate the gold of 80s movies. And yes,
yeah.
we have covered a lot of, there's not a lot of, well, there are some kid-friendly ones that are out there, but I think I have covered a lot of them. There's still some that I haven't covered yet. And
Yeah.
so if there's any others that you want to do, we'll definitely do that. But
I mean,
uh
me and Mama just finished watching Outsiders. So,
oh yeah, I haven't covered that one yet. That's a good one. Yeah,
yeah.
we had to read that one in was that junior high? No, that might have been elementary school when I read that. So yeah,
I read it.
we had to read the book first, and then we got to watch the movie. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I just read it for my school.
okay,
So,
cool. And what grade are you in now?
7th.
Seventh. Okay, so middle school. Wow,
Yeah.
she's growing up. I can't
Too
believe it.
fast.
So Bethany, what are you? So you obviously shared this movie with Ruby. So what are your
Yes.
memories? Like when did like so let's stick to the format a little bit. When did you see We Sing in Sillyville for the very first time?
This was one of those movies that I'm pretty sure my music teachers in elementary school just had on VHS. And
Mhm.
on like a slow day or, a weird day, they would just pop it in and all of us kids would go nuts because we knew all the songs and we would sing along and it was a good time. I always loved the We Sing in Sillyville days. I'm pretty sure one of my cousins had it too because I
Mhm.
think I had seen it at home first, but I specifically remember watching it at school in like a music class.
So Ruby, do you remember your first time watching it? Do you remember your first time
No,
memories of seeing it?
I just remember always knowing the movie, really.
It's got some bangers. It's
Oh
some
Yeah.
good
yeah, yeah.
it's hit after hit after hit. Like it's great songs. 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, there's a total of 19 songs on the video.
Less than
Um
an hour runtime.
yeah, like 56-minute runtime. Let's see. I'll hit the highlights. You let me know if this was a banger or not. Do Your Ears Hang Low, which I definitely remembered that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're Here Because We're Here. Probably my
Mhm.
favorite one. Boom Boom, Ain't It Great to Be Crazy. I mean, that one was like
That
Boom boom, ain't it good to be crazy?
Once an Austrian, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, of course. Down by the Bay, I'm a Nut. I definitely knew that song as a kid.
Yeah.
Five in the Bed, I knew that one. Then, of course,
Mhm.
the finale, Let Us Sing Together.
I grew up the Friends wow. Uh
Make New
Make New
Friends.
Friends, but keep
Yeah,
the old. One is
yeah.
silver and the other's gold.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was a song that my mom would sing.
that list missed
Well, I can read
the
the whole list. I just highlighted them. Which one did I
19 is a
forget?
lot of songs. So which
yes,
one's your
I know.
favorite?
The Rizzly
Oh, yeah,
Razzly.
Razzly,
Rizzly
vivacity,
Razzly,
nickety
yeah.
knackety.
Bitty Booty Baby. That's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Bitty
tongue
Booty
twister.
Baby's good.
Yeah.
The the Bitty Booty songs were amazing.
Mhm. Alright, so let me, so yeah, so when you sent me the YouTube link, because you can actually, like, all of their We Sing videos, they have their own YouTube channel, and all of the videos are there So you're welcome to go back and relive them all. There are several, but We Sing was a songbook series created by Pamela Con Beal and Susan Hagen Nip and published by Price Stern Sloan. It would also inspire a series of children's CDs, cassettes, coloring books, toys, videos, and yes, they have an app, or they had an app in the digital age. So go check that out. The videos were actually shot in Portland, Oregon. The other videos, the first video called We Sing Together came out in 1985. Then they did King Cole's Party in 1987, Grandpa's Magical Toys in 88. This one came out in 89, and the next one after this one was The Best Christmas Ever in 1990. And they made about 4 or 5 other videos into like the mid to late 90s. So, and like I said, all of them are available on the videos. I mean, on the YouTubes. On the
YouTubes.
So let me just the cast isn't anybody that we would recognize, but I'll just mention their names. So she's excited. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong. I'll let you talk. So we've got Joy Anderson as Lori, Ryan Willard as Scott, Merle as Barney, of course, the dog, and then Renee Margolin as Silly-Wim. That was the main cast that I have. Was there someone I forgot or someone that you want to talk about?
So Ryan
Willard. Mm-hmm.
He hosts a podcast I now listen to.
Oh, okay.
Called 10 Things You Need to Know. And it was just a fun fact I found out when I'm listening to the podcast. Yeah.
So you were listening to the podcast before you knew he was in the videos?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
I listened to the podcast before I knew he was Scott and We Sing in Sillyville.
Very cool. Yeah.
She was very excited.
I was.
I did find an interview with Renee Margolin. Then they were doing like a 35th anniversary of this one, because this was the first video that featured her as Silly-Wim. And she talked about how she had done like some theater and some dance, and she moved to Oregon and heard about the audition, and she actually auditioned for Bitty Booty Baby. That's who she actually wanted to audition for, but she knew the director didn't realize it was him that was directing, like they had done some other plays or stuff. And so he's like, "Oh no, you should audition for Silly-Wim," and that's how she got the role. So but she had some very good stories. I do have a little bit in the trivia, but she had some really good stories about her time with them and really enjoyed it. And so, but she didn't, after this, she said she ended up helping her family's business, and she worked there for several years, and now she's retired and remembered those fun days in her 30s, she said.
I feel very lied to because she apparently looked, she didn't apparently, she definitely looked an awful lot like my elementary school PE teacher, to the point where all the teachers told us that she was Silly-Wim. And so for many years, too long, I did believe that Silly-Wim was my PE teacher.
Wow.
In elementary school, because I remember us even like telling her, and she's like, "No, it wasn't me."
Mm-hmm.
And then she even like ran off and did the little jump skip with her ankles touching, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh,
it's really her."
I was very young.
Yeah, let's say you probably like tried to sing songs around her to see if she would just like burst into song all of a sudden.
We're here because we're here.
So I think we talked. So who was your favorite character, Ruby? Is it Silly-Wim or somebody else?
Yeah, it's probably Silly-Wim, or it would have to be the green people. I forgot their names, but yeah. They were really funny, and they had some really good songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like them a lot too. What about you, Bethany? Who was your favorite? I guess Silly-Wim as a kid.
Obviously, I loved Silly-Wim. She was a good PE teacher. And but I also really liked Tasha, the purple woman,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I liked that she was one of the only people in the town besides Silly Wim who recognized that all of this was silly, and she was just by
Mhm.
herself in her little house with her little weird creatures that took naps. And it was just
Oh yeah, all of
like
them took naps.
it was nap time. It was just nap time had just ended. And it was just I don't know, like she was very it she gave art teacher vibes of
Very much
just
so.
like
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and I love a good art teacher vibe.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. Alright, so Ruby, so there may be some listeners that may have never seen this before. They maybe think they did. Can you give us a good description or like an overview of what
Okay.
this
Yeah,
movie is about?
I can do this. So, it starts and you meet these two little kids playing with their dog,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden the dog goes over to the coloring book and gets sucked into the coloring book.
As
Well,
dogs do on occasion.
as is the custom, yes.
well, the kids are like not at all panicked for some reason.
That's
We
Scott
don't
goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Whoa."
Yeah, we don't typically
Huh?
like yeah, parents don't typically look for panic in their children's videos. But yeah.
um, and then, well, they look in the coloring book and they see Barney just
Chilling.
chill.
Mhm.
And then they get sucked into the coloring book where they meet, where they meet the yellow people singing "We're
Mhm.
here because we're here." They don't meet Silly first. They meet the
Right.
yellow people first. Meet is a strong word, but
They
Run
witnessed the
into.
yellow people.
witness the yellow people. And the yellow and then Silly comes and says, like, you gotta help me. All the colors are separated. And
Mhm.
They used to be friends,
yeah,
but now they've decided that they're better off separate, and because of that, she has lost all of her colors.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then they look around the town showing the kids all the different colors. Oh, I forgot to mention she has to turn the kids invisible because they're too colorful.
Mhm. Yeah, they
So the
were
point of them
very
being
colorful.
in the
Yeah.
town makes has is left. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It they really don't have to be there. Silly could have done this herself. Um,
But she needed to teach them a valuable lesson, right? Right, right. So
well, eventually they go to Tasha. Is that right?
Tasha is the
Yeah.
purple lady.
They go to Tasha and of course they can be visible there. Um and she's just like, "Oh, well, you got to find an like you got to find a way. It's going to be okay if you don't though. Like you don't it doesn't have to be like perfect. This is it, all the pressure isn't on you." And well, they go back to the town center and Silly trips and rolls her ankle.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then all the colors come together and take like bits of their clothing to wrap up her ankle, which eventually like covers her with color. And all of them were just like, "Wow, look, all the colors actually look good together." And
Mhm.
then they sing the keep uh
Make
make new
new
friends,
friends.
but keep the old one
Mm.
summer than the other. Yeah, the end.
Very good. Very good. Yes, very good. Uh, a breakdown of the movie. Of course, intermittent songs throughout with
Each color sings
puppetry.
2 to 3 songs.
Yes, yes,
The
yeah. They all
green
get their
people
moment in
sing
time.
like 5
Yeah,
songs.
they have a medley. There's the Michael Finnegan is a medley with no no yes yes, which I thought was
Mhm.
Yeah.
fun. Once an Austrian, which I'll have a little story about that coming up. But yeah, But yeah, but it used like puppetry. It also used like lots of colorful costumes, things of that nature. And so, yeah, definitely remember. I think I was going to say this, and maybe I didn't. When I started watching it today, I was like, you know what? I think I have seen this. Like there were certain parts of it that I
Mhm.
remembered, and then just kind of doing some of the deep dive and the research. Like a lot of people, like my preschool showed this to me, or my babysitter had this on repeat. So I'm sure it made its way into my subconscious in some kind of way. I probably fell asleep it was probably something they put on either to put us to sleep or
For
to,
nap time.
yeah, keep us entertained, and so,
What
I remember
was
some of them.
what was your favorite character, Tim?
I like the green people too, like, can't think of their names now, but, like, the green singers, like, they were fun to me. But Silly William is great. Uh, yeah,
The only
yeah.
reason I know the names of the Bitty Booties is because there's literally a song called Bitty Booty Baby.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fun song.
Mhm,
Honestly, all of them are fun, and what I really enjoy is they're simple songs, but they teach,
mhm.
like, complex music
Yes, yeah.
stuff, and so, like, you get to learn to sing it around, like, the Bitty Booty song, it's like
Mhm.
learning how to pause and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it when they're like, we couldn't stop because it said begin again," and she's like,
Yeah,
"You can stop whenever you want," and then she kinda directs
and then
them
she
of
directs
when
them.
to stop them, but then when they're leaving, they stop at the spots where she told them to stop before, which I thought was
Yeah. What
pretty
a
funny.
great choir.
Yes.
As they can follow direction even when they're not being directed.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I read an article that interviewed Renee Margolin, who played Silly Wim, and she was asked, there were so many fun songs throughout the video. I'm curious if you had a favorite song to film and also one that was most challenging. And she said, Susan Nip and Pam Beal, the creators of We Sing, had been had been elementary school I don't know, I said school twice. I'll read it again. Susan Nip and Sam Beal, the creators of We Sing, had been elementary school music teachers, so they really keyed in on the music. The song with the blue twirly pops, once an Austrian, had the most challenging choreography to get everybody going and doing at the same time. We had such little time to get it right. We would do different shots, but you're limited on how many different shots you had. So we had to be on point. We had to be right on the money because you're going to do all these little gestures. It's very complicated choreography, and that was the most challenging. I think that was also my favorite because we did so well on it. That's the one I remember the most. I was like, yeah, I could see that. The one you spent the way she was talking about, being filmed in Oregon, wasn't in Hollywood, so they didn't have much money and they didn't have much time to film, so they
Yeah.
had to knock it out pretty quick, so
Yeah, that's the song where we're in the car. If we're singing it in the car, it's
Mhm.
very we we laugh at each other when somebody gets it wrong, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
everybody takes
Yeah,
turns getting something wrong
yeah.
because
But
it
those
just
are
builds on
Yeah.
itself.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But those are the songs as a kid, like, those were those songs
Mhm.
that were, like, it was about memory and the
Mhm.
choreography of, like, following instructions, like, there's so many things it's teaching that's also fun, like, kinda miss elementary school, like, "Oh, why can't work be fun now?" Like, "Teach me silly songs to do my job, please."
Yes, absolutely.
She
When
did
it's
add
it
that one cool thing they all got to do was they got to perform in California for a live show. It wasn't just Silly William, but all the other video characters. It was at one of the Universal parks. We did a whole stage show for 2 weeks, and that was a lot of fun, and then we did a second video, We Singdom in Los Angeles with all the characters from all the videos. So she did get to
Cool.
do, like, they did actually get to film one in LA, and then I guess doing it live, I'm sure was pretty cool too, like, if they're
yeah.
around today, they'd probably be making the rounds, touring, being a
Oh,
touring
yeah.
company now.
We'd be buying $700 tickets just to go sit in a crowded auditorium in the
Mhm,
nosebleed section.
Yeah, yeah,
mhm.
you would. Um,
Maybe
I don't
maybe since I have a connection, since she was my PE teacher, she would give
Yeah,
me a
you get you some
discount.
backstage passes, VIP seating, so well, anything else you want to talk about with the video, with the movie? What did you learn? Do you remember when you were little and watching it the first time, did you remember something that you learned besides just the silly songs?
I remember, like, my music teacher trying to teach us around, and all the kids are like, "This is too hard," and I'm just like, "I know this already."
Yeah. It does such a great job of like I was saying earlier, simplifying a music theory and
Mhm,
like teaching it to kids in an approachable way. And
mhm,
the movie's less than an hour, so like you said, you play it on repeat. If you have
mhm.
the cassette tape, you're listening to that
Oh,
on
yeah.
repeat. And
Mhm,
so you get these like different concepts and they really like help you
mhm.
learn
Oh, yeah.
not just music, but also, you know,
Yeah,
other logical reasoning skills. And so I
yeah.
don't know. I think it's helpful. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, the acting in parts are just a little,
You mean where
hit or
everybody
miss.
talks like this, and everybody is super excited when they say things,
Oh,
no
but
matter
it's
what
for
it is they're saying?
preschoolers. It's for
Right, yeah.
preschoolers. Like they have to be that way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so, like that, I do, I will say the little boy again. He's a little boy,
Right.
but him go, whoa, and I'm just like, I'm gonna need you to chill.
You you
Yeah,
know
you
he's
kind of
been in more acting now than he's
Yeah,
an
no, he's
adult.
probably the most successful actor of all of them, and
He
yet
Ooh,
kinda is.
yeah. Let me go back and see, because like I
his
said.
his IMDb picture is of him as an adult and
Okay.
not
In that
and,
movie.
and not the Sillyville picture. But yeah, it's sweet and it's sad, but it's also just it's not sad.
I
I
was
don't
like,
know
"What
why I
was
said
sad about
sad.
it?"
It wasn't sad. It's just
It's sad
funny.
because
It's
you're older
funny and
now and you realize
okay.
how long ago it
Oh, I'm
was?
so old.
If you think too deep into it, it kinda is sad.
But, yeah, and it also teaches, like, good social commentary of I
Mhm.
mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious what it's trying to teach,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because somebody looks different doesn't mean you can't be
Mhm.
friends with them, doesn't mean that, you should stay away from them, and that we are all beautiful. We're a more beautiful community when we're a diverse community, which is something
Mhm.
we should always be learning.
Exactly, exactly.
I
But
rem I remember when I was talking about it with, my therapist, 'cause I just bring up random things with her, and I was just telling her the plot, and I'm slowly realizing that this movie's about segregation and
Right, right. Racism and prejudice, yeah,
yeah.
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 This song where we sing there's a whole song where they just go, "We're here because we're here because"
Well, what I like is that it doesn't pick any one group as, like, the villain, like,
Mhm.
it wasn't like
Mm-mm.
there's one group that's worse than it, like, there is just a big misunderstanding that they all have to kind of come to a realization together that, "Why are we
Yeah.
separated? This is silly, this is
Yeah.
silly.
This
Why
is
are we
silly.
separated?" Yeah. All these silly
Yeah,
songs
and
we sing, but this is the silliest.
I think there even is a line at one point where they say, like, "No, they're all really nice. They
Mhm.
just, for some reason, have decided not to be friends anymore."
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think multiple times they've said, like, "Well, that's just silly," and things like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah. Gotta branding, it's all about branding, right?
Just say it one more time. Let's nail it home. That's silly.
Yeah. Well, We Sing was loved by many children for several reasons. It provided a safe and fun way to learn. The songs were often educational, teaching the things like numbers, letters, and good manners. The simple melodies and clear voices made it easy for children to participate. It also helped families sing together and create happy memories. We Sing became a trusted name for quality children's entertainment. And even though it was often put under like educational videos, it was never marketed that way. Like, they just wanted
Mhm.
it to be more fun, like, entertainment, even though it was educational, but it did kinda get pigeonholed in that spot, but, it still made its way out there for people to see. Like I said, for, like, I'm sure daycare centers and preschools and, you know, parents,
Ele
had the videos, yeah.
Elementary school music
Mhm.
classes.
Yeah,
and PE
exactly.
teachers.
We didn't watch it in PE. We just talked about the PE teacher while
But
we watched it.
they might have played the songs where you were was it the big parachute? Everybody had the
Yeah.
rainbow parachute, so they played the songs during that part. Yeah.
Boom, boom, ain't it crazy to me?
I was in like second grade. I was so little. And they lied to me. And I believed them. And I remember even going home and like telling my parents and being like, it's her. It really is. And my mom's like, okay.
That's beautiful, Katie.
Yeah. I will for your story, I will tell you an embarrassing story of mine from elementary school
Okay.
with one of my PE teachers. So we moved around a lot, and in the middle of the school year, this is when we moved to Georgia for the first time, and my PE teacher, she was not a small person. She was, kind of a bigger lady, but she wore sweatpants and sweatshirts. Nothing really form fitting or anything. So all of a sudden one day she wasn't there, and then she wasn't there for another day, and then like a week goes by, and I asked one of my friends, I was like, hey, where's the coach or the teacher, whatever, like, oh, she's on maternity leave, she had a baby. I was like, she was pregnant? And the kid goes, what, did you just think she was fat? And I was like, well, yeah, kind of. But once again, third grade, man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, so I don't remember her name, so I can't apologize 100%, but when she came back, I did congratulate her on her new baby. So, but yeah, so. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the episode. Anything else you want to share, Ruby, about the movie or your experience with We Sing in Sillyville?
I just have this weird memory of when Lily was like a baby, and I was just like, we could watch a movie real quick. And it was like a school night, probably like 8:30, and I was just like, well, what if we watch this movie? It was We Sing in Sillyville. I was like, it's real quick. And Mama was just like, it's still an hour long.
Gotta regulate the bedtime. Doesn't matter.
Especially by that point, you're just like, go to bed. Just go to bed. Feel like you're touching that little mop creature that every time it wakes up and it sings the really fast song that I can't remember. You may think that this is the end. Well, it is.
Any final thoughts from you, Bethany?
If you are looking for a break from YouTube,
even though it's on YouTube,
droning stuff that your kids watch, or if you're watching, you're tired of watching Paw Patrol or Super Kitties or whatever,
or Bluey,
or could never be tired of watching Bluey.
I knew I was gonna hit another. I knew it. I knew it when I said it.
It was the only thing I could think of, and I still refused to say it. But and just search it up on YouTube. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's silly, and there are parts of it that are kind of cringy, but it's that like kind of nostalgic kids show that you just enjoy it. It's got a good message. The songs are fun, and you even if you've never seen it, all the songs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would challenge anyone even if they don't think they've ever seen any of the videos, just find one and watch it, and I guarantee you, there's gonna be at least one or two songs you're like, oh my gosh, this just unlocked a childhood memory that of this song. So yeah, and you might, and believe it or not, you might have actually seen it and just didn't remember. So
I think there had been like 20 plus years between like the last time I saw it and when I finally got a DVD copy to show to Ruby. And I remember like watching it and I'm like, I still know all the words to all the songs. Just to show like we clearly watched this a lot.
A lot. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for being on this episode. So glad to have you. And thank everybody for listening and being a part. We're going to wrap this one up. So very short, but a very special episode for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. So hopefully you're had great time with your families. So wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and a happy belated birthday to Bethany, who just celebrated a birthday here recently. So
that's me.
That's you.
Really?
So, And on that note, we're going to wrap things up. So if you had as much fun as we did, please show us some love with an awesome review and a shiny 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button and spread the word to all your 80s flick loving pals. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and support the show. I just dropped some brand new Christmas designs. So if you want to get some cool t-shirts with one of Bethany's favorite quotes from Christmas Vacation, it's Christmas and we're all in misery. So
yeah, that one. I was like,
which one?
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Is it the one I can't say right now?
Yeah, no. The only one that's been bleeped in the history of the podcast. Yes. No.
Aren't you proud?
No comment. All right. Well, thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Bethany. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I'm Tim Williams for the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast. That's it.
And I'm Ruby Wells.
And we're here because we're here. Because we're here.